was a sound like no other when they raised that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field.
Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Chicago Bears and the Seattle Seahawks.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going.
And off we go from Seattle.
Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Here we go.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense, because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Gibbons. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback or running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration, because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
7 yards there and a 1st down. The Seahawks at 9-4 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And they were able to tough it out last week. A close 1-score game. And those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team, because everyone gains confidence and they feel like they can continue to get better.
On 1st down, Gibbons. Throwing left side, it's complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
19 tight. 19 tight.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Ken Walker, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
A little jet sweep to start the drive.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there, because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
Fielded at the 43. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Givens under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Well, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
To throw on 2nd down. Givens. And he whips that one incomplete there.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Okay, ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and this is picked up by the Bears. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it's cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights. That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Here's Fields. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Bears are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the 6. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Gibbons. This one goes underneath to Walker. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Here we go, here we go.
These two teams all tied after one.
Okay, break.
2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And they will take over 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. Now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gibbons. That's complete to DK Metcalf. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
Throwing on 1st down. Gibbons. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Off play action. Gibbons. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards there, a big one.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Walker now on 1st and 10. Oh, he shifts past him. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. This kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Fields. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do your offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Pick 6 last drive. Here's Fields again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Fields. Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Uchenna-Nwosu in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And they've been fighting and scratching and clawing for that first sack in the game, and it turns out to be a big one. Not just a short one right there behind the line. First one they get, 10-plus yards, and the guy has the legs to escape most of these.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable here from the 38. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, Gibbons. He's got his man on the crossing route. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Let's go now.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Hurt.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Fields. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st down, Fields. There's the stiff arm. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
To the air again, Fields. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
The kick by Bass is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And that's off the mark, incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy. It came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there, just like last play. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They run a draw here on second down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down. I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Chicago! That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Back 60.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
To throw on third down, Gibbons. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That third down conversion good for 23.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Come back team! Come back team!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 37 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll run for it. It's Walker going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. Let's see what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Oh, nice move. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 74 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And some room to roam now. And all the way down to the 9. A huge play there for Chicago. 64 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tyler Beatty with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Givens. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest, and with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Panther 11.
Looking to throw. Givens. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 36. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here we go.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Back to throw. Givens.
at the 7.
And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. To throw on 2nd down, Gibbons. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And will take the 7-point lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Sometimes your crosses get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
To throw is Fields.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Fighting through, and he's got space. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
164 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Fields on 1st down.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Fields.
Escaping the and a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Not been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Though certainly the 1st. We'll see what they've drawn up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down.
But that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
4th down. Fields has to have this one.
He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Okay, break.
A give for Walker running right. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The slot man in motion right.
Drop 60.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
7 Pirates.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Gibbons. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. All eyes on Fields. He gets this to Myers. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now Fields. Able to find Kmet. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Here's Fields. And he'll just get rid of it.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw, Fields. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock, look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
Gabbert down to a knee, and that'll do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So the victory here for Seattle. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Seahawks, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Chicago, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.